Roll Tide and welcome back to Bryant-Denny Stadium. We're inside the Advantage Center studio. Roger Hoover now pleased to be joined on Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR, by Alabama Soccer's Cali Brewer. We got to catch up with her sister Breezy last week, but Cali, it is great to have you here. Roll Tide, how's everything going?
Good. Thank you for having me. It's super exciting to have this opportunity to see, but I'm excited.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to the start of soccer season as you get to the first week of August and everything starts to ramp up for the Crimson Tide. I know for you, getting back healthy and getting back on the field is priority number one right now.
Yes, that's right. It's been so fun. It's definitely been quite the journey, just coming back from injury and stuff, but it's been so cool playing soccer and getting fit and practicing with the team and just kind of being in a new role this season, so.
It's such a short preseason. It really feels like for soccer compared to some other sports. How do you guys get going in June and July to make sure you're ready for this time of the year?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is our coaches just trusting in us and trusting in our strength and conditioning coach, Derek. He's been awesome. Like the whole summer, he sends us workouts and we're all just able to stay on top of it and train with summer teams and just really take it in. Like they trust us, we trust in them, so it's like a mutual thing. And then we get here and like you said, there's really not. We have like a week and then we play tomorrow against LSU. So it's been crazy, but so fun.
It really is good to see. How about the captains' practices? How intense do those get?
Yeah, those are super intense. The captains, we do a great job of like organizing and playing in a high intense environment. I think that's one thing that our team really like. What's the word?
Yeah.
We like. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You go.
No, but we pride ourselves in like having a high intense working environment, and like practices are just as hard as a game, if not harder. So,
who would you say are some of the early leaders on this team?
Definitely Hendo. Hendo has been an amazing leader. She's been here for, I think it's her 5th year now. So just having her leadership and experience on the team is amazing, and we all look up to her. We have Brooke and Jess also have been here for a while, and their personalities, like they all go well together. So it's been awesome.
That's really good to see. And now you're a part of it here at the University of Alabama. Tell us, first of all, how you got here. What was the start in terms of soccer for you and how you got on this path?
Yeah, so I've been playing soccer since I've been 4 years old. Both my parents, my dad played in the NFL and my mom played Division I soccer, and they both met in college. And so like soccer, we didn't really have much of a choice to play. But it was just been so fun. Like I've played my whole life. I had Breezy, my sister, who's here at Alabama with me, and just the two of us together and our personalities and how competitive we are, we've definitely drove us to get to where we are today at such a high level. I trained at the Winter Circle, like we've talked about. Just being in that environment was so awesome. Just great preparation for college. And I played on the SoCal Blues, which is a high level club. And so that has just been amazing. And then now I'm here and so excited for this season. And
yeah, really great athletic background. I think people hear NFL, they kind of zero in on that with your dad.
Yeah.
But first of all, tell us about your mom. How good of a soccer player was she?
My mom was awesome, actually. It's kind of funny. She'll joke. But one of the dads on our team came up to her one day and was like, was your maiden name Doddridge? And she was like, yeah. And I guess she scored a header goal against Hope Solo, which I don't know if you know much about Hope Solo, but she had very few goals scored on her, and my mom had a header on her. So we were like, okay, Mom, like maybe there is some legitimacy to what you're saying. But she's awesome. She's so fit, and like even till this day, she'll still run with us and has not stopped working out. So it's been a great influence to look up to.
Yeah, it really taught you probably all the little skills, right?
Yeah. Even though we didn't want to listen at times, she's been super awesome.
That's really cool. And then you mentioned your dad as well, got to play San Jose State,
yeah.
And then in the NFL. What was his NFL experience like?
Yeah, so he played for the Chargers, Bengals, Redskins, and Falcons. He was drafted in the 3rd round, so he was 66 overall. And he had his fair share of injuries, so he would get back. And then, so he never was fully on a team. He played for I think he got cut, so he had to learn multiple different playbooks and things like that. So that was hard, but it was awesome. I think just even making it to that level says a ton. And I believe he started on a couple of the teams. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, he killed it.
Yeah, absolutely. And how did that impact you and Breezy, your whole family, kind of going on this athletics path and knowing what he saw at the highest level of the sport?
Yeah, it has been amazing having both of them as parents and leaders to look up to. They have definitely just one of my dad's biggest things is he experienced a lot. So for him to know what he knows now, like we're kind of his do-over, he'll call it. So like anything that he did wrong, he makes sure that we do it right, like the nutrition, taking care of our bodies, like giving us opportunities that he didn't necessarily have. And just his mindset through it all, like they both walk the walk. So to have people to look up to who know what they're talking about and have got to the highest level has just been insane. And I really give it to them for getting us to where we are today.
It really has paid off, and so many people would talk about that maybe late in high school or as they're starting college, talking about the nutrition, the weightlifting, all the little things you got to do to get ready to play and practice each day. But for you guys, it started what, 6th grade?
Yeah, we've been going at it for as long as I can remember. I think I started lifting weights in like 8th grade. But yeah, it was awesome.
Did that become really a separator for you on the field compared to some players you were going up against in club?
For sure. I think being a part of the winter circle, just getting to train in that environment with a lot of kids who are not really like we were exposed to the weight room and just doing things like that. And now like we have the weight room in college and just having that background, I really think set us apart here. So we were just a lot more, just being more athletic and stronger and faster has really contributed to where we are today.
Yeah, Breezy mentioned you two were some of the only girls that were there at the winter circle compared to all these, football guys that are probably now either in the SEC, top flight programs in college football, and probably even some to the NFL, right?
Yeah, we trained with a bunch of boys. Actually, Damani Jackson, he trained at the winter circle with us, and Peyton Woodyard, he just transferred, but he was here last year too. And just going against high level D1 athletes who have made it to some amazing colleges is just an awesome environment to train against and definitely intimidating. I remember my first day walking in, I've never lifted a weight or anything, and there's just guys like with their shirts off, just like pumping ridiculous amounts of weights. And we're like, okay, now it's time. But yeah.
Yeah, he certainly got you ready. How cool is it to see those guys, first of all, Damani Peyton, like you talked about here at Alabama?
Yeah, it's unreal just to have a familiar face and someone who just to have someone that came from home with you, and just to see where they are now and all the work that they've put in over the years that a lot of people don't get to see. Like we saw him in the weight room day in and day out, just working hard, grinding, and to get to where he is just incredible. So it's so cool.
And they'll have a good impact on this year's team, it sounds like.
Yeah, he's going to kill it. I can't wait to watch him and excited to see all that he does this year.
That's really cool. So again, you're lifting weights in middle school, getting ready for your high school and club career. What made you such an elite player that colleges around the country, U.S. national team for different showcases, made you a top target for them? What do you think did that?
I definitely think, like you said, just my athletic background with my parents and them just giving us the right opportunities, getting us the trainers and putting us in the winter circle, just that separated us. And being able to train with, we had a private trainer, Mike Randolph. He played in the MLS, and just to have his experience to be able to train and work with one-on-one really just set us apart. And it was so cool. And to play on our team, the SoCal Blues, we're a very high level team, and girls who went all over the country and to high schools. So to be able to be in that practice environment day in and day out, just constantly competitive and hard work, and just a lot of late nights, early mornings on our own, and just grinding and just having a vision. Both my parents had a vision for us, and we really bought into it, and just took that next step. And we didn't go to high school, so we were just very serious. And my dad would always say, work now, play later. So we did the work, and we're still doing the work. Just excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. We heard from Breezy about what kind of motivation it was with you and being on the same team as she was playing up, and you're there every step of the way. But how about for you on the flip side? How motivating was it with Breezy kind of clipping at your heels the entire time?
Yeah.
How much did that improve your game?
I think I give her all the credit. She is an incredible athlete, an incredible work rate. And just like you said, to have someone who's just right there on my tail the whole time, it really drives you, because I'm like, she was always like, she can't be better than me. And I'm like, well, she can't be better than me. And so we were beyond competitive, and just to train with one another. And even if she would go for a run, I'm going for a run. If not, if she finds out I ran a mile, she's going to go run 2 miles. So just constantly having that someone who's able to keep you accountable, and just like you said, know that they're coming fast and strong and they have the same goals as you, has just been awesome.
How much has that carried over here?
It's been incredible. I think I love having her here because I was here for a year by myself and it was awesome. But just having your sister with you to be a part of the process and someone who really knows you and knows how you can need encouragement or what you need in that moment, or just to know what you're truly capable of and just remind you of that, and your goals, and just even someone just to be hard on you and tell you what you need to hear. Because sometimes people are just like, oh, you're okay. And Bree's like, get over yourself. Like, let's go. Like, you're fine. So just to have someone who's honest and awesome. Yeah.
That's the pro mindset right there,
Yeah.
right? Well, that's certainly good, and we're certainly glad you guys are both at Alabama. Oh, but of course, as the older one, you were the one that was hearing from colleges first and starting to get some attention. When did Alabama get on your radar?
So Alabama came on my radar. So I like soccer is a lot different than football. A lot of it is you advocating for yourself and emailing the coaches, just sending out film and things like that. So I would email tons of schools, and I emailed Alabama, and they got back to me rather quickly. And they saw my highlight tape, and they were pretty much on a plane to see me the next 2 days. They flew out to watch Surf Cup, and I was on a phone call with them later that night. So it just all took off really fast. And I didn't think much of it. I think I told Breezy after I got off the phone with West Hart, I was like, Breezy, I think I'm going to go to Alabama. And she's like, no, you're not. Like, what? Alabama? Like, we're from California, so that is a very big difference. But I was like, I don't know. Like, I really think so. And then I came out here on an official visit, and just seeing the facilities, seeing all the resources that we have, it's kind of hard to say no to. And yeah, ever since Alabama came into the picture, none of the schools really mattered, to be honest with you.
That's really good to see. What else did you like about Coach Hart's message? Because, yeah, the facilities can be great. Fan support, that's all good. But in terms of your role in the team, how you can fit in, what did he tell you?
Like he said, he's never going to promise anything. But I do think that just the team culture that he has created and just the success that he has had coming from building up a program, I think I really bought into that and I believed in that, and I found it really exciting to know that we haven't yet won a national championship, and that is a goal I have of mine, and to know that I can contribute to that was super exciting. I want to be a part of the reason why we win a college cup or win the national championship. So that was really exciting to me. And
who were some of the first Alabama players you got to know during the recruitment process or once you made your decision to sign here?
Felicia Knox was my host on my official visit. Riley Madeline Parker was just such a character. She was incredible. I got to know a lot of the older girls, the successful team of 22. I think I came out 3 times before, and just to see them and to be a part. I wasn't a part, but just to watch their successful season was insane. I felt like I was a part of it, and just to see all the hard work that they had done and how successful they had been, it was just so cool to see everything just come together. And so I'm excited for that this year as well.
Yeah, would you and your family make plans to watch Alabama's games
that
year? And as the season went, you get deeper in the NCAA tournament. That had to be more fun each time.
Yeah, it was definitely we had a big watch party as our family. Whenever Alabama played, we knew everyone was going to be there. We put the TV on, we had dinner and everything. And just to watch that season as a whole was incredible. It was we felt like we were a part of it. We were truly invested. And to see how much success they had and the grit and how much people didn't believe in them, and to see them continue to prove people wrong was incredible. So
then it wasn't long after that season ended, you came here, right?
Yes, I was here I graduated a semester early, so I was here in that next spring. So it was cool to come off that and to make an impact and be a part of the team and get my college process started.
Yeah, you get to start going to school here, get that crimson jersey. We didn't see you on the field this last fall. We understand you've gone through some injuries. So how would you describe your time in Tuscaloosa so far trying to get back onto the field?
Yeah, my time in Tuscaloosa has definitely been a lot different than I think I have expected it to be. By no means did I think I was going to get here. And I believe I tore my labrum in my hip my second spring game against Ole Miss. So it's just if you would have told me that's what would have happened, I would have never believed you. But I think it was honestly beautiful in the grand scheme of things to see all that, because I think now I think a lot of my identity and worth was in who I was as a soccer player. And now to be able to sit back like the past year and to go through a season and just really, I think it was honestly a beautiful thing being able to be a part of the team, but in a different way and have a different role, and to be like the best teammate I could be, and just trying to improve every day. I know going to rehab, it's definitely been challenging and hard, but I've made amazing relationships here, and I don't think I would be as successful as I have with my rehab if it wasn't for the relationships that I've made and the support staff that we have here. So it's been really cool to be a part of, and now I'm excited to be at the end of that and make an impact this year.
So a lot of time for you, again, rehabbing, coming back from that injury. Was it affecting you last spring as well?
Yes, I was still coming back from my injury. It's been quite the process with a lot of setbacks. Just with my hip, it hasn't been the smoothest recovery, but definitely getting better every day. And now my hip is a non-issue. Like, it doesn't bother me at all. So that's been super exciting. Just crazy.
So now with hopefully, again, all that in the rearview mirror,
Yeah.
how do you hope you can impact this team from the start?
Yeah, I think my role is definitely going to be slightly different than I would have hoped for and thought. Just like I said, being the best teammate I can be, controlling what I can control, making an impact every day in practice, even though like I'm not a starter right now. I don't think I was going to be right in the start, but just understanding that it's a process, and that is a goal of mine towards the middle of the season. And I understand it's a very long season and anything can happen. And I know that I'm just going to work hard every single day. And so just like, I think me working hard and controlling what I can control can rub off on other players who are playing 90 minutes and not necessarily feeling it that day, but just my energy that I can bring to the practice and my, like I said, just being a good teammate on the field and encouraging and cheering for players. So yeah, I think just controlling what I can control.
Yeah, we talked about this backline before. I mean, that's been the identity of this program really
Yeah.
the last few years. And you got to love having teammates like Brooke Steer, Jessica Skorka, who have played before back there. Just how much energy do they bring, and how good can this defense be?
I think our defense is insane. We have a ton of amazing talent and young talent, and I think we're all excited this year. And like you said, we have girls who have been on the team who have done it before, and just knowing their experience, and we believe in them, we trust in them, and just I think we're going to be pretty unstoppable this year with the new talent that we have, and like you said, the old talent that we have as well. So it's going to be exciting.
And it seems like you guys have bonded really well together.
Yeah.
We joked with Coach Hart in an interview about he's kind of the new Nick Saban, taking players out on his boats, trying to flip them off inner tubes and stuff like that. How much fun has that kind of bonding time been around the start of the season?
It's been incredible. And like I said, that was one of the reasons why I came to Alabama, was just the family environment that this team truly is. Like, Wes, he doesn't just treat us as players, we're people as well. And him bringing us to his lake house and just giving us opportunities to be together as a team and spend quality time has been so fun. And his lake house is amazing, and his boat is so fun, and he'll cook such great food for us, and we just eat so well when we're there. And we've made amazing relationships. Like, I love every single girl on this team and truly feel so close to them. And so I think that's going to take us a long way this season. It's just our chemistry among one another.
It's really good to see. So you've been here on campus since January 2023. That's a lot of time in the classroom. What's your focus been academically for a life after soccer one day?
Yeah. So I declared my major to be a business major. So just taking those classes, and just I feel like business is something that you can use all around. And one of my goals of mine is to start a foundation for the children of NFL players with CTE. So hopefully using that in some way. And I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it, but just to have that background from the University of Alabama and have a business degree is just unreal. So I'm excited for that. And yeah, and I also have dreams of playing professional soccer after college. So we'll see where it goes.
You mentioned the idea for the foundation. How much is that influenced by your dad and what he went through in football?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is because influenced by him, and I've just seen what he's gone through and what other families have gone through as well. And it motivates me and inspires me to make a change and make a difference, because I think a lot of times I wish that I had a resource or someone who, because I feel like a lot of times with the NFL, it's kind of like CT is kind of a hush-hush, but it's real, and I've seen it. And So I just want to bring awareness to it and help in any way that I can.
That's really good. And again, something great in his legacy. And again, we keep talking about family, especially with Breezy on this team.
Yeah.
What do you feel like her season is going to look like in her first year of collegiate soccer?
I'm so excited for her. I think she's going to kill it. She is a phenomenal athlete who has been working so hard. And I think for her to come here and just to get that recognition that she deserved or deserves is going to be so exciting. And I think just to see her impact on the team, like she brings so much energy onto the field. She has this cockiness when you play. You could just feel it. Like even when I'm going against her, it's like, oh gosh, she's coming. She's ready. She's been ready for this moment since we've been a little girl. So I'm so excited for her to experience this, and for me to be with her alongside is unreal. I couldn't ask for much more.
Now, she said, why Alabama the first time you brought it up? Did you think she would head here, or did you think she would go another school at first?
I think she was very hesitant at first. She always has wanted to do her own thing, and just the younger sister wants to just get that acknowledgement, like just be her own person. But we are insanely close and have a pretty unbreakable bond. So I knew deep down that she was going to come wherever I came, because even though she jokes and like whatever, I know she loves me so much and respects me and all these things. And I just couldn't imagine doing it without her, and I don't think she could either.
And your parents couldn't either.
Yeah.
Now to the point they're here, right?
Yeah, they actually moved all the way across country to be here. They're on Lake Tuscaloosa now. And so just to have, like you said, like part of being at Alabama is such a family, and now to have my family here too, and just for them to be at the games and to be a part of this is so fun. Like they're close enough but also far enough away where I can see them if I want to. If I don't necessarily want to, they respect it, give me my space, and so they're super understanding of everything. And it's been so good having them here.
Absolutely. Well, it's good to have you here with the Alabama soccer team. Cali Brewer, just thank you so much for the time you've given us here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. We're thrilled. The rehab's behind you now. We can't wait to see you on the field. But thank you for your time. Roll Tide.
Thank you so much. Roll Tide.